quick. Today is the 10th. It's March 10th. It's currently 2 in the morning. I just got done posting this past week's video, and I talked about this trade. I got into it. I got into GJ, and this trade actually I ended up closing out of the trade early after seeing this insane hourly engulfing. It was really, I think it was more so like a 30-minute. Yeah, it was this crazy 30-minute engulfing. It was right around 8 a.m. After seeing that candle, I just decided to close. I wasn't sure what the market was trying to do. However, the thing that's really interesting, and I talked about it last week in that GA trade and that GJ trade, I'm seeing it. Like, my intuition is there. But the thing with trades like this, sometimes the idea that I'm starting to have is trying to figure out how to place pending orders the right way so that I can give myself a decent entry while still making sure that my stop loss is in a phenomenal position. You know, instead of trying to maximize and get positions that are 1 to 6s, 1 to 7s, or 1 to 5 pluses, I can average a pending order with a solid 1 to 3, 1 to 4.5, something like that, consistently. And you know, I'm free of having to worry about these crazy wicks, situations like this where price pushes down. Same thing with my GA trade, where price had that crazy wick down and stopped me out, and then turned around and went, you know, right to, this trade right here, like where price literally just wicks down out of nowhere and then pushes back up after having a 8-hour, tweezer bottom like that. So being able to avoid situations like that by having just a really great stop loss, bigger than usual stop loss, with a really solid entry, knowing exactly where price is going to go to. But anyway, so that was how this GJ trade ended. And I just actually got into GJ again, but I'm going to show that right after this. All right, so this is the GJ trade I just got into. This is a very simple Fibonacci setup. Price consolidated down here. It broke structure sometime on the 8-hour, the 4-hour, but pretty much the same setup from last week. Price pushed up, retested. It's giving strong rejection off of this zone here, off of that 190 key level. We go down. We see how strong of an engulfing price ended last week with. It engulfed the last, 3 candles. So now it's just a simple looking for a higher low. And I got that higher low on the 2-hour time frame just now. At 2 in the morning, price engulfed the last 3 candles, very strong Bozu candles. So got into this trade here. I just got in, looking to see price push all the way up here, might even get up to 195. I'll adjust my TPs. I don't always care too much about my TPs, as long as I know I'm well above a 1 to 3 risk to reward and I have a solid stop loss, which I do. But I'll keep y'all updated with this trade. I just got done moving my sister to her apartment, but every time I drive through this area of Austin and Georgetown, I always try to come back and go to the very first church that I ever went to, and that is this place. This church is called Celebration Church, and back in 2020, during the pandemic, when I first started trading, I had a kid reach out to me and wanted to talk to me about me teaching him how to trade and just showing him some things, because I had made a little bit of money at the time. And I ended up going over to his house. I showed him a couple of things, and he invited me out to his church. Unbeknownst to me, that Sunday was their 20th anniversary. And I'll never forget, but the word that was preached that day by John Maxwell. Funny enough, the word was dependency on God, which is the foundation of my entire walk with God. Everything that I know myself to be stemmed from this place and how God encountered me here at this church celebration. And anytime I'm here or I come back home, I try to come here, try to catch a service or just kind of, stand in the parking lot. But they call this place the Church on the Hill. It's been here for almost 30 years and blessed my life. One of the reasons why I'm even making these videos, God met me here. And so just want to say thank you and show y'all part of this journey. So yeah. All right, yo, so today is March 12th. I am actively chilling. I did some reading, watch YouTube. It's Wednesday, so like I said, I'm just chilling. I do believe here in the next 45 minutes, give or take, I'm supposed to be hopping on a Zoom with a friend of mine to teach them about trading a little bit. But I just wanted to set up another quick back test session, which I'll try to show y'all here in a second. But right now, I'm just gonna try to pick. Let me see if I do this. Hopefully I can. Hopefully y'all can see this. But pick the random dates. Dang, April. Okay, April 25th, 2023. Let's make another. But something I realized this week in my trading is that I would like to prioritize GP. Oh, it's right there. I can't see. Sorry, this lighting is crazy because of the windows behind me. But I want to start trying to prioritize learning how to. This was April 25th. How to trade with orders, pending orders 25th. Well, it just basically using pending orders and executing that way. I know structure, I know price, I'm knowing the areas in which it goes to, but sometimes price doesn't always make clear structure. Sometimes it makes very ugly and disgusting structure. And because of that, price will wick down to your area before reversing and going back up. Sometimes it'll look very disgusting and just go down, and not. Where's my zone? Oh, maybe I didn't put it. Sometimes it'll just go down, touch it, and go back up. Sometimes it'll consolidate down. Sometimes it just really makes disgusting structure, and you never know. But if I can, when I master this order pending, like placing orders. Long story short, I'll be able to just honestly have a little bit more freedom and being able to assure that I'm getting into trades, and I'm more concerned with getting consistent 1 to 3s or 1 to 4s instead of having setups where I'm able to catch 300 plus pips. And with a regular traditional entry, that's maybe like a 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7 sometimes. But if I just have bigger stop losses, a guaranteed entry based off of an order block with a really solid, entry based off of my whatever I'm seeing with my eyes, then I'm just able to get in, know that I can catch this great trade with this great entry. And if price decides to go into drawdown and wick down something crazy, that's fine because I have a great stop loss that's sitting at 60, 50, 60, 70, 80 pips if need be. Because these moves, and I'll show y'all at the end of the week, but these moves, these JPY pairs especially, are making 250 plus move or pip moves. And I'm seeing it, I'm barely missing, especially with GA last week. Price made a phenomenal, 200 pip move. And I saw the entry, but price just wicked down. And I had the area marked, but I just missed it because I went based off of the candles instead of based off of the area. Which if I go based off of the area, I have a better chance of success. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week and testing with this test session. So, all right, today is currently the 14th. It's 12:13 in the morning. Just real quick, a couple of things. So I never went over my GJ trade, the conclusion of that. Long story short, traded stop loss almost immediately. It engulfed. Let's see. So I got in off of this engulfing and it turned around and got engulfed. and got stopped out. So that's what happened on that trade. Fast forward, I think I talked about it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out how to utilize pending orders because I know exactly what price is going to go to. And sometimes structure isn't clear, and so if I can just figure out these pending orders, I'll be off a lot better off. And so I figured out something. I'm not going to talk about what I figured out because, yeah, it might be my sauce, my edge. But I did apply it, and this was the application of it. And so I got into this GJ trade, and I set a pending order early this morning. I don't know what time I set it, but I set this order while I was at work. I actually worked a double today and got in. And so the idea behind these pending orders, specifically with the stop losses, are if I can consistently catch a 1 to 3, a 1 to 4, a 1 to 4 would be like the sweet spot. I'm chilling, because the higher the R, the more at risk you are of that trade hitting stop loss. However, a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 consistently is phenomenal, and if I'm consistently able to catch a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, I can consistently catch 10% a trade, if not more. And so the goal, as I'm figuring out these pending orders, I'm able to figure out the entries, but in the past I've struggled with the stop loss placement. So if I set a solid stop loss, a stop loss that is big enough that lets me know, hey, if this trade hits stop loss, that means price is reversing. And it removes the idea of, oh, you just got in too early, or, basically that. So I set that. I put a very large stop loss. I just put it below I don't know, down here below the key level, the 160 level. And yeah, looking to catch 224 pips. I'm currently up 89 pips. This trade is amazing, amazing, beautiful entry. Like I said, I'm not going to show what I figured out. But this was that line that I set. And this is where I was like, okay, price is going to retest off of here. And so my entry was around that area, got in, price came down, touched it, and went right back up. And structure, as far as everything else, price didn't really align. As you see, these are 8-hour candles. There's a bearish engulfing down, momentum. Even on the daily, pretty strong rejection. We have a doji, and then essentially almost an evening star. It's not a legitimate evening star, but a bearish engulfing. However, I'm confident in my pairs. I'm confident in these levels. And so recognize the level, set the pending order, price touched it, immediately got engulfs 1, 2, 3, the previous 3 candles. Now we're sitting up, 87 pips at the moment. So I'll keep you all updated. I do have to close this trade in the morning. So I am really hoping that, maybe price can push up, just continue to push up and get to my TP. That'd be great if we can do that before the market closes. It is a JPY pair, so the market can make crazy moves like that, but we shall see. So yeah, we shall see. Yo, real quick, today is the 14th, and I just want to go over my last trade, my first winning trade, and my first time implementing my pending orders. I actually had a phenomenal trade, but this is my last trade of the week. I got into this EJ trade, which I think I showed in the last video, and went up, peaked up here, and I thought about closing up here, but I didn't because I'm still confident that price is going to continue, and even going into this new week, we might see price continue back up to maybe this 165 level, but I end up getting a full close right where this little point is at. But just a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. And like I said, this was a pending order. So you can see how beautiful of an entry this was. And I'm really excited to continue to back test this, what I've realized, and see it implemented. So I'm gonna show that journey and that process. But like I said, just wanted to show that real quick. I'm about to go to work and we'll go from there. But that is that week. And with the setups that I'm having, I think I might be able to pass phase 1 this week. So we'll see. That's the goal. If I'm able to get into the trades that I expect, one trade for GA, hopefully, and maybe a continuation trade for EJ, I have a pretty strong confidence I might pass phase 1 this week. But Yeah.